Page 5, the music box. In case you're wondering, they put a number in front of each piece, like the music box has a 2. I'm not using those numbers. I'm using the page number, and it's page 5. I just call it the music box. I think it's confusing if I say page 5, number 2, the music box, because that implies there's a number 1 on page 5, and there isn't. It's number 2 in the book. So I'm skipping that. At the top of the page, they have a little box about syncopation and 3/4 time. And basically they're saying you're tying the third beat over. So you're not getting the first beat of the measure like you think you should. You're hanging on to the last beat of the previous measure extra long. And that gives it a syncopated feel. It's fine, we'll get into it. Underneath that, we have a preparatory drill. I'm not real big on preparatory drills. If you want to go do it, they're just doing this is in the key of G major. And they're just doing the first one, the primary chords, a couple of them. You're not learning the primary chords anyway. The problem is you need to learn them in both hands. So if you're going to do this, do it in the right hand too. Not that fast, but the point is, do this, the chords, do them in both hands. And then the other part is just the right hand position, which is a G position. Okay, I guess we're ready then if we've done the preparatory drill. Now, I'm going to talk about the right hand first. The notes. You're starting, as I said, G position, so you're starting here. Now look at the tie. You got the C, half notes, 2 counts. This is a 3/4 time. 1, 2, 3. You play the B on 3, and you're going to tie it over to 1 on the next one, so you can hold it down for 2 counts. So the first 2 measures is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and that's where the syncopation part comes in. But just tie, this is all over the place on these ties, and it's really kind of a cool thing. So other than that, I don't see anything in the right hand to point out, as it's pretty straightforward. The rhythm shouldn't, I hope, give you a problem. There are quarter notes and half notes. So let's talk about the left hand. The left hand is these chords. You're starting out with the G, I can't remember in this book, are they calling them by the numbers or are they calling them by the chord names, or have you not even had primary chords yet? This is an important chord in the key of G, and so is this. And that's all the left hand is doing, pretty much. The pattern at the bottom is a little different, but it's still this chord. It's just at the top, in red, above the top line, they have the syncopation. They're just pointing out where the syncopation is. I've already talked about that. But between the stabs, they have in red, play both hands 1 octave higher than written. Oh boy. So it's written here. So we're just going to pretend middle C on the keyboard goes up an octave. Instead of here, it's going to be here. So we're just going to move everything up to here. And it'll be G position up here. So it's here. The idea is it sounds a little more like a music box when it's up here than down here. I did a recording of this piece on my other channel. I'll try and remember to put a link, because the actual piece is a lot longer and it's really cool. It's fun. I will relearn it eventually and play it for our piano club locally. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Now, when you go slow, the piece doesn't really sound like much of anything. That's a problem with playing slowly and practicing, is you can't really hear what the piece is trying to tell you. You have to wait until you can speed it up a little closer. Now, the box above, at the beginning of this, the box right above the top staff at the beginning, the allegretto means dash, 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 you know. What does it mean? You go look it up. Spoiler alert, I'm about to tell you. To me, allegretto means fun speed. Now, allegretto is a little faster than moderato, and it's a range. It's whatever. What do you think? To me, it's just, if it's a fun piece, a nice piece, I just think allegretto. And what we're doing with this rhythm is we got 2 different rhythms going on at the same time. It's called a polyrhythm. You have a feel of 3 in the left hand. We'll call it a triple. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, that feel. In the right hand, you have a feeling of 2, called a duple. It's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That, put them together at the same time, and that's where we get two different rhythms at the same time. It's neat. Like that, and that's really what's happening. So once you learn it and get this rhythm down, speed it up a little bit, it's fun. So let's try this together. 3/4 time, I'll give us 3 counts. So go ahead and put your hand up here in G position, although the left hand's starting in this position. That's a variation. 1, ready, go. One, two, three, off.